Hey guys, Hector Castillo, Poppy from girlschase.com. Here to talk to you about what's gonna make a good fucking girlfriend. All right, so what makes a good girlfriend? Now, when it comes to who you are compatible with, who you're attracted to, that's up to you, okay? And you're going to find out your tastes and your distastes over time. You're gonna like one thing this year, you're gonna like this another, you're gonna like blondes, you're gonna like big butts, small butts, big boobs, whatever. That is up to you. But what I am talking about by a good girlfriend is someone whom is mostly, it's surrounded, or not surrounded, focused on her loyalty. Now, there's some asshole somewhere who's gonna see this, be like, why are you so focused on her being loyal? You know, you shouldn't care. Okay, I care. When it comes to a girl giving you the best of herself, it's when she's gonna respect you. And when a girl respects you a lot, she is going to stay loyal to you, and she's going to want to only be with you. Men, naturally, we just want to fuck a lot of girls, and that's always gonna remain, I don't know, a single guy who doesn't desire to fuck other girls while he's with a girlfriend. If any man says otherwise, he's a fucking liar. When it comes to women, they want deep down to just worship kind of their man and respect him so much that he's her king, and that she is, and obviously Bastet the cat doesn't respect us. She's making a lot of noise. She might meow at some point because she's a disloyal bitch. Okay. When a woman is fully loyal to you sexually and emotionally, right? Because you can emotionally cheat as well, but as men, we care more about the physical stuff. But sometimes the emotional can lead to the sexual, so I get it. When this is here, you will have the best relationship. Now, there's extremes of when she's too obsessed with you and she's too focused in you. I get that as well. And so that's going to be her maturity, actually, we'll just get to it, okay? So what is going to create loyalty? Now, this is based off of experience. Some of it may seem offensive, especially if you have a girlfriend who maybe doesn't have these qualities. I have done a video on red flags that, you know, make a girl not a good girlfriend, and this is pretty much just me showing the opposite. And maybe adding in a few things that I've experienced to be conducive towards loyalty. Now, before I get to this, also, you have to engage her loyalty. You can find a girl who has all the check boxes, and she has all the green flags, and very few or none of the red flags. But if you're not a strong man that she respects, you have to earn her respect. You have to earn her loyalty, okay? That goes without saying. You must be a man worthy of continuing to be loyal with. Now, even if you find a girl who's really loyal, you're thinking, okay, she's never gonna cheat on me. When you have this girl that you're not necessarily doing the best job with, she might stay loyal, but then she's gonna break up with you, okay? So you're still gonna lose her. But you wanna find a girl who has a strong propensity for loyalty, okay? So what are some traits that will lead a girl to be loyal? Now again, this is based off of experience. You can disagree with it all you want, but I've found very few exceptions, okay? Low partner count. A woman who is promiscuous usually will continue to be promiscuous. She's fully in her rights to do it. I'm not shaming, okay? I'm a hoe, but I don't want to get serious with the hoe because people are just not meant for a particular job. She's a girl that you'll have a lot of fun with, but is she someone who maybe will make the greatest, most loyal partner? No. Lots of psychology behind this, don't really want to go into it, but some people just aren't meant for that job. And yeah, so we've found, and there's actually some studies, that the more partners a girl has, the more likely she is in the future to cheat. And so they found girls who, you know, did cheat, and then they found their partner count, and there was a strong correlation between high promiscuity and high probability of infidelity. Okay. Low partner count, I would say, now it depends on her age, right? So if she is 23 and she's been with 3 or 4 guys, okay, yeah, it's fine. If she's 18 and has been with 6 guys, okay, now we're in a little bit different territory. If she's 30 and has been with 7 or 8 guys, okay, still kind of okay. But for the most part, I would say between 0 and let's say 6, about. Now there is a concern about 0 though. When a girl is a virgin, she can be so inexperienced that she hasn't quite had her hoe phase, especially if she's younger. So you could be like, yeah, I got a great girl, and then you guys are having a good time, but then she's kind of like, you can tell she hasn't quite explored her sexuality, especially if you do have a lot of really great sex with her. And then she starts to get curious, like, what are other dicks like? What are other guys like? What are other kind of relationships like? She wants to try different things. And so you maybe want to be careful with virgins because, you know, in history they were quite prized because, you know, you were ensured that if you do fuck her and impregnate her, there's a high chance it's your kid because you were the first one to come inside of her. But there is a little bit of concern of what I just said where she hasn't yet had her sexual awakening. But if she's a bit older, 24, 25, she kind of had her chance to have her hoe phase. I mean, any girl can have her hoe phase at any time. So none of this is for certain, right? Lives can change, things can happen that just change what she wants. So none of this is 100% guaranteed. This is just us making the best bet. And you want to make best bets. It's kind of like making a good investment versus a bad financial investment. So 0 to 6 is pretty okay, and again, it varies on her age. Low to no drinking. As someone who has dabbled in alcoholism, I can tell you that drinking definitely comes from a place. You don't just drink for fun. People say that, but usually people drink to forget. People drink to numb themselves. People drink to get rid of their inhibitions and to just let go and have fun. And usually drinking happens in environments. Okay, if she's, especially in like places like Eastern Europe here, drinking is pretty normal. If she has a glass of wine at dinner, you know, she has a drink when she has dinner with her friends, maybe she has a glass of wine at the end of the night, okay, that's okay. But what I'm talking about is a drinking culture, the girl who's going out every weekend and she's getting super tipsy, sloshed, fucked up. Vast majority of the time people are doing that for different reasons, and those reasons are gonna lead her to do more of it. And when you put yourself in environments with drinking, you tend to do dumb shit, okay? Now, it isn't an excuse, right? Because people still choose to do things even though they're drunk. If you get in a car behind the wheel when you're drunk and something happens, you're liable, right? So watch out for someone who's drinking a lot because they have the unstable personality that's probably gonna lead to disloyalty and to them doing something. But also if there's any bad occurrences in the relationship and she happens to drink, that will be exaggerated. Maybe she's pissed at you or something, she goes out with her friends, starts drinking, you know, she's like, all right, you know, fuck Tom, you know, I'm gonna have some fun, and starts fucking grinding on guys, and you know, you're like, oh, it's just dancing. But think about it, she's rubbing her ass on another man's crotch and his dick is getting hard. It's not that far from him then grabbing her ass, her being okay with that. Now, I've had girls be like, no, I'm not gonna cheat on my boyfriend, but then I'm grabbing her ass. It's like, you kind of really, you know, probably already going there, might as well just go all the way. Or if she just kisses a guy. That to me, end of relationship, okay? Very strict. So low to no drinking. How extreme you wanna be with that is up to you, whatever low means for you. I'm okay with, like, again, a glass of wine when we're hanging out with friends or with dinner. Okay, I'm not a fucking, I'm not crazy, but you wanna be a bit more strict with that. Smoking, cigarettes, I'd say it's definitely an addictive thing, and you want to avoid someone with too much addictions because then that shows a lack of impulse control, and someone who has low impulse control is probably someone who, again, cannot be trusted with that responsibility of loyalty. Weed. I would put it on the same level of drinking. I know there's a huge culture of weed is different than drinking. You're still getting fucked up. I mean, as someone who's smoked probably more than you have, it's pretty much in the same area. You know, they're getting intoxicated in some way. They can't deal with their own anxiety, so they choose to do something that ironically makes you even more anxious. It's just not a good sign for someone who you want to have around you. Now, if you're a huge smoker and you want to find a girl who's compatible with you and smokes with you, okay, I get it. But just be aware that those personalities, people who tend to smoke a lot, again, coming from someone who's done all of this, I am very promiscuous, I do drink a lot, I do smoke, and I have smoked a lot of weed, then, you know, again, maybe you say I can't judge her, but again, I'm not trying to date myself, I'm trying to date someone else. And so I would say that a lot of weed is not a good sign of a girl who's gonna be your girlfriend. Girl who's a fuck buddy, a lover, yeah, totally fine. But as a serious girlfriend, I would think twice. This is not me insulting anyone with mental health problems. I'm bipolar. I've obviously dealt with a lot of manic episodes and a lot of depressive episodes. These mental instabilities are gonna lead you to do reckless behavior as someone who deals with this, and that definitely causes these things to happen. And causes me to have reckless behavior. And again, reckless behavior, not only for fidelity reasons, but for stability of just the relationship itself. Like just being around them is gonna be really chaotic. They're not going to be, this goes into the compatibility thing, like they're just not gonna be that fun to be around. You know, a little bit of drama and a little bit of craziness. You don't want someone who's too sane, because that's really boring. But again, that's for you. You know, maybe you want a super stable person, or maybe you do want someone with a little bit of fire in them. And I don't mind a little bit of fire, because, you know, too boring is too boring. But I would avoid someone with too extreme of these. It's not your job to save her, okay? We're not Captain Save-A-Hos. This isn't Save-A-Ho Chase. This is Girls Chase, okay? Anyone with extreme depression, extreme anxiety, again, they're usually gonna be doing one of these things or taking a lot of prescription drugs. Probably not someone that you want to spend a lot of time with, because it's just not going to be worth it. Again, like, it's not your job to save anyone, and we're looking for a stable, healthy relationship where she's adding to your life rather than taking it from it. And these behaviors tend to take away from your life. You're wondering what she's doing when she's out drinking, and again, maybe that's your fault for being so insecure, blah, 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 whatever. No, I'm looking for someone who's going to alleviate concerns, not add to them, because I already have enough shit to deal with, okay? Now, this isn't something that is under their control, and I get it, okay? This is probably gonna piss off a lot of people, but I'm here to tell you the truth, not to fucking jerk you off. Bad family relations. I've noticed, now this is, you know, you could call it pop psychology, but it fucking makes so much sense, because I've seen it way too often. If a girl has mommy issues or daddy issues, right? Everyone talks about daddy issues. Mommy issues are just as bad. When a girl has mommy issues, she lacks that feminine influence, and then she becomes more masculine. So she becomes promiscuous, usually for different reasons. Daddy issues, it's like I'm looking for male attention to validate myself because daddy didn't love me. Mommy issues, it's like mommy wasn't around, so I don't have that femininity, so I become too masculine. And again, we're trying to date women. Maybe you like women with a little bit of strength, but there's a big difference between a strong woman. A strong woman can still be feminine. They're, you know, just feminine doesn't mean weak and submissive. You want her to be submissive to you, but not submissive in general. And that's what happens when girls maybe have daddy issues. They become too submissive because they're really looking for that masculine energy and masculine affection. But when a girl has mommy issues, she tends to be too much masculine herself, so she's trying too hard to dominate. And I have some friends of mine who have mommy issues for, again, some reasons out of their control. You know, I feel terrible for what they had to go through and the loss that they had to endure, but it just doesn't make for a good girlfriend. I'm sorry. And again, maybe you met a girl who's amazing, who has, you know, some issues, and again, it's your choice, okay? I'm not telling you you don't have to get in a relationship with them, and I'm not saying you may be dating someone with some of these. That's like totally your choice, but you're gonna have problems. And I've been wrong never about this, to be honest, okay? Girls with, so not just with bad family, right? The father or the mother didn't have to be abusive or neglectful or anything like that. But if she has a weak father, that can be something else. Maybe he was around and took care of her, but if he's weak, if he's a pussy, if you've met him and he's kind of submissive around the wife, then she has a very low bar for what she considers a man, right? Because her dad was the most present masculine influence in her life, the biggest influence on what a man should be. And if he's weak, then she's gonna have such low standards for what is strong. So anyone who is at her dad's level or higher is going to, in her opinion, be masculine. So her threshold for what's considered very high value is actually quite low. So she doesn't have that high of standards. And again, I've seen that as well. Now, these aren't absolutes. I've seen girls with high standards and high self-esteem who maybe didn't have the best father situation or mother situation. But there are girls out there who are just as cool as her, but do have a family that's together too. Are their parents still together? That's a huge one. And I've met girls who have low, I just realized I need to put no smoking, no weed, no, You're looking for someone without these, right? Let me clarify. I've met girls who didn't have any, or they avoided this shit. And guess what? They're so fucking mature and nice, and it's rare, I get it. But it's so nice to meet someone who's just not fucked up, because I'm fucked up, and to just have a healthy person around you. It's so fucking nice. It's so pure and awesome, and it just like renews your faith in how amazing a woman can be. Now, everyone's imperfect, everyone has issues, but god damn it, it's nice to be around someone who's healthy. Now, here's another one, education, okay? This is a big one too. A girl who cannot handle a stable job or cannot handle a process of education like getting a bachelor's or even then a master's, I would say a master's degree is my bare minimum for what I would consider for a girlfriend, or at least a girl who's in the process of getting that, right? So a girl who's a lawyer, a doctor, you know, she has a master's in engineering and fucking architecture, something that showed that she can dedicate herself to a long-term investment. Because guess what? Your relationship is also hopefully going to be a long-term investment. So you're not dealing with a girl who's just going to jump ship the minute that things get a little bit fucking difficult. Because being with me, for instance, is very difficult. So I need a girl who can handle the shit that I'm bringing to the relationship. And I'm not asking her to save me either. I'm not asking her to fix my problems. I'm just wanting someone who is not going to bail at the first sight of a problem because I am fucked up and I got a lot of shit going on. But of course, I'm giving her a lot of great value in return because I'm hot, I fuck good, I'm fun to be around. So I got a lot of great things to basically pay her for these amazing qualities that she has. And this is not under your control, but this is, you can deal with depression, you can fucking deal with anxiety, you can choose not to abuse substances, and again, maybe I'm a hypocrite, but I don't really fucking care. And so, find someone who fits this category, and again, it can be hard, and you're gonna meet plenty of girls who just get you, man, they're amazing, they're beautiful, they're sexy, and you're just like, yeah, but they just have this one fucked up thing about them. But you know what? Hey, if it's just one thing, let it go. Maybe that'll just make them interesting enough, but everything else is perfect that they're most likely gonna be loyal. We're just playing a probability game here. We're just rolling the dice, but I'm asking you to try and tip the odds in your favor. And you can choose whoever you want, but I can guarantee you if you're patient and you work hard enough, where you can get a super high quality woman physically, but who also has these great personality qualities. Now again, these don't mean she's gonna be a good person. You can find someone who has all these and they're just like really boring to be around. Remember what I said at the beginning of the video, compatibility is important. Maybe you want someone who's a bit more passionate. And so she has she avoids all this shit, but she's, you know, just a boring girl, right? She has nothing interesting about her. Okay, then don't date her. I'm not saying you have to date someone who's a fucking robot. What I am saying is avoid the trouble that these behaviors usually are associated with. Find someone who lacks them and instead has a healthy lifestyle, a healthy mindset, a healthy life, and who is compatible with you and whom you find very physically attractive, and you're gonna have a really, really nice relationship, okay? So this is all based on an experience of me dating tons of women, coaching men who are dating tons of women, and hearing from other men who have dated tons of women, and compiling that information into basically my own little internal statistical spreadsheet. And these are much more important than you think, and you can comment and fucking get angry as much as you want, press dislike, and I don't give a shit. This is reality, fucking deal with it. Cool. Hector Castillo, Poppy from girlchase.com. Follow me on social media, send me a DM on there if you have any questions, concerns. I'll try to get back to you. Please like this video, please subscribe, and please ring the bell. And if you need help actually finding a girlfriend, check out One Date in the description below. It'll give you the process from a guy, my mentor, who learned all these things as well and has also found through this process that he gave in this product One Date, through lots of trial and lots of tribulation, and it is now in a place where he finds these amazing women out in the world because they are there, and dates them, and assures me, and I know from personal experience now, that is so fucking worth it. It's hard to get them because, again, they're so high quality. The girls who are not fucked up and they're just amazing, they're beautiful and sexy and have big asses and are just smart and interesting and cool, they're gonna have a lot of options in their life. So you're gonna have to be a high quality man to get them. But if you're willing to put in the work, you're gonna have such more healthy sex life and romance life and relationships. It's fucking worth it. Okay, Hector Castillo, Poppy, girlshapes.com. Peace out.